Welcome to Business Excellence Series. In RACI Video 3, we have seen how system automation handles routine workflows. Today, we are walking through our framework for human orchestrated and complex processes. We will tour four advanced operational models: self service, case management, multi level approval, and human plus AI assisted processing, and examine how we structure the RACI matrix to preserve governance, maintain agility, and optimize professional oversight in non linear environments. Looking at the illustration titled Human Orchestrated and Complex Managing Complexity and Human Oversight, to the far right, we engineered the executive metric panel to explicitly display the value drivers for this domain: faster decisions, not just execution; consistent and compliant; flexible and agile; improved accountability; and enhanced employee oversight. We deliberately chose these metrics because in complex operations, success is not measured by how fast a machine clicks a button. It is measured by how effectively human operators are empowered to make high intelligence decisions without creating organizational chaos. Let us begin our tour on the far left with self service. Visually designed this with a prominent workstation icon to show that the requester is the primary actor driving the sequence. The workflow maps out an entry point where an individual initiates a request, the input is validated, and execution occurs. But notice the critical RACI layout directly beneath the steps. R points to the user and A points to the user. The individual who triggers the request is responsible for typing the data correctly and is personally accountable for the request itself, while the system merely acts as a passive automated clearinghouse. Moving to the next panel, case management handles non-linear multidisciplinary scenarios. Think of an exceptional corporate travel crisis or a complex cross-departmental dispute. The workflow moves from case creation to allocating experts and decision workflow. Look at the RACI split here. The case owner is designated as the sole accountable party, while a rotating cast of specialized teams are labeled as consultant or responsible for individual subtasks. We laid this out to show that no matter how many experts spin in and spin out of a complex case file, the ultimate end to end outcome rests upon one persistent case owner. Next, let us examine multi level approval. In complex corporate governance, major financial commitments require multiple layers of vetting. The workflow traces a path from submit proposal through for Tier 1 review manager up to final Tier 2 review VP or director. The RACI layout beneath this column solves a classical organizational bottleneck. While multiple layers of management may be responsible or consulted during the review steps, only the final tier authority is designated as accountable. We engineered this visual specifically to remind leaders that corporate governance must be streamlined, ensuring that a multitude of reviews never disputes single point accountability. Finally, let us look at the cutting edge model on the far right: human plus AI assisted processing. We designed this with a collaborative copilot icon featuring a human working hand in hand with an AI engine. The workflow flows from initial AI analysis to human verification and ends at a joint decision, that is, human plus AI. This is the modern operational frontier. Looking closely at the RACI matrix we designed for this block AI system is labeled as responsible R. It acts as the tireless doer, sorting data and drafting proposals. However, the human expert is strictly anchored as accountable. We can delegate execution to artificial intelligence, but a human professional must always retain ultimate accountability for the business outcome. Bringing our eyes to the lower third of the canvas, we have maintained the automation opportunity map and the best practices framework. This section links our complex human workflows Back to supporting technologies like auto routing tasks, tracking SLA breaches, and generating real time dashboards. On the bottom right, we conclude our tour with an updated target graphic and an explicit call to action: manage complexity.